memes. You guys brokered a really interesting deal, if I remember.
Yes, we kind of had to broker that deal.
Or you all die. I mean, yes.
Bold of you to assume that we would have
That's not
lost.
how you come to the negotiation table, motherfucker.
We should have left him as the fucking bunny rabbit and then just dropped every single person's fireball on him at the exact same time. It would have straight fucking killed him.
That'll we just yeet him off a fucking cliff or something.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like he was gonna be able to resist. He's a fucking bunny rabbit.
Yeah. Possible. Completely possible.
That is probably my greatest success in D&D ever, is taking a fucking time wizard and being like, you're a bunny now.
But
And
yeah.
that's kind of sad that that's my greatest moment, but I don't care.
But yeah, so that's pretty much what happened. So I think we pick up. You guys, he will say that. If I'm trying to remember, he had already departed, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you guys are left alone.
We were heading
in the castle.
The
You guys went to the armory, and that was what was empty.
We were starting our move towards the archive.
Yeah, and you guys were heading to the archive, and that's where we ended up last time. So, we pick up, we'll say, just for time for expedience and things, you guys did find the entrance to the archive. It's pretty easy. And you guys are standing out in front of the archive. Is anybody want to do anything before you guys enter? Does everybody want to roll perception checks? See if there's anybody still alive, or what's going on, or anything like that.
You know, signs of life.
Yes.
Signs of fuckery. Signs of GM fuckery, you mean?
I mean...
always signs of GM fuckery.
Dude.
Natural fucking 20. Let's go.
Ah, okay.
Natural AIDS.
Natural fucking 7.
10.
So, everybody else wanting to roll?
Yeah, I gotta find my dice.
So total 14.
19.
19.
14.
So, there it is. As you guys walk down here, and everybody, you specifically pick up on this, there's been foot traffic in and out of here, and it's not like hundreds of people or old. It's actually pretty recent. Maybe a couple dozen at most. Like you're looking at the ground since you rolled so high, and you kind of see footprints, and like they're different size footprints. They are very similar to Cam's in some cases. So you look at his footprint.
Reptilian.
Yes.
In
Yes.
design. Okay.
And you see different patterns and stuff, so this is indicative of there's probably people down here. But you're just looking at the path, like over time you can maybe at least 5, maybe more, could be up to a couple dozen. So there is people that are living in the city that are still alive, but very few and far between from probably what was here before. So, you guys come to the door, and you guys look at the footprints, kind of go through the door, but yeah, you just kind of see them stop, and there's the door. So,
possibly some more survivors of your kind there. Cam.
One can hope.
Well, the tracks are fresh.
kind of surprising that was the Crusader, not the Ranger, but okay.
What Ranger?
I mean,
technically, the guy who's technically supposed to be the spellslinger.
you asked for perception, not survival, so.
That's true.
True. Supposed to be perceiving and tracking.
True. But yeah, you guys are standing in front of the door. What do y'all want to do? You gonna knock on the door, or just
Do you know
Open
how
it.
to open it? Cam?
Would I have been to the archives? Hmm.
You have been to the archives?
it really wasn't
It's-
what you were training for. I mean, you might have when you were like a child. They might have taken you through there and been like, "Hi, welcome. This is a field trip," kind of thing. You know?
Jacobian field trip.
Yeah, but I don't really.
Wait, are we allowed to have fun?
Yes,
Apparently so.
apparently. Wow, what a dick. You've probably been here with other people. You don't know how it works specifically, but it was probably when you were a lot younger, so you probably wouldn't. I would say you wouldn't remember specifically how to open it.
So know that.
Yeah, so it'd be new.
Damn.
Is there a key? Knock really loud.
What does the door look like? Let's start with that.
So it's a big, it's made out of, it's a big, very thick, like obsidian stone. Like they casted it together, and you can knock on it. It does have, like, you could probably knock on it and they'd probably hear you. But this thing's it's a pretty big door. Mainly it looks like it's built to more keep outside air from coming in, because they're trying to control the environment as much as they can. Trying to keep the documents and stuff from fading away and things like that over time. So
What do you say it was made of?
it's like obsidian. It's like solid jet black, kind of similar what to the rock was out in the when you guys
our lovely
landed.
bard
So
must be
Scamos is
regretting
probably looking
things.
this like there's a door made of that stuff, and it's right there.
Amos is probably going, nah, I don't feel like being inside.
Presumably there's no obvious way to open it.
Not from the outside, no. Not from what you can tell. And I would count your guys' perceptions on that too. You guys can't really perceive. So there's either some sort of there's a way to get in. It's just you would have to either knock and see what happens, or you're kind of led to believe, or there's like maybe something nearby that might trigger it as well. So you do kind of get that feeling. You do like name or
It has to have some way to open from the outside, but
yeah,
it's not obvious on the door.
right. That's correct.
Let's make this simple. Cam lifts up his cane and knocks with the head of it.
And you guys see Cam walk up and go boom, 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 and
Oh, hold on, real quick. Doolittle,
Hmm.
we are getting ODST firefight.
Cool. Continue, Walla.
anyway,
I just saw that, so.
as you guys are sitting there, Cam, a couple minutes go by, you're like, strange. You kind of turn around to like see if you start thinking about let's find something else, kind of thing. Like, is there an alternative, like a switch or something? You see this little like this flap open on the door at like eye level to you. Like, you turn around, you see it open, and who's there?
What do you want? Fucking crazy Earl.
We bear a message from Master Skywalker.
I want it canon now that there's a Master Skywalker in this campaign.
I mean, you just gave me fucking C-3PO at Jabba's door, so
Yes, I did. And everybody in this channel gets it now because they have seen it. Yes, they have seen it. So opens the door and he's like, "What do you want? Who are you? What business do you have?"
Have you tried our new vacuum cleaners? Half off.
Gotta find the right size vacuum cleaner though, otherwise you don't get the proper
This is
suction.
where the guy's just like, really? Door-to-door salesman? After this? Really?
Door-to-door salesman selling vacuum cleaners thinly disguised.
Sir, we go anywhere at any time through any situation.
Anyway,
Any way to help suck up all your problems.
I'm Captain Lieutenant Camricus from the from the detachment to Amir.
Captain Lieutenant. What?
Captain
From
fucking.
Do you mean?
Yeah, actually, that is a rank.
Why the fuck is that a rank?
Yeah, what the fuck is
Why
that
the
rank?
fuck-
Even I was like, what the
fucking
fuck?
Who the fuck?
That is
God.
an actual rank from the fucking Napoleonic era.
Yeah,
Good
it
fucking
is.
God, why?
it is. It is.
Why?
Why?
It is. Because it's Napoleonic era. It's weird.
Jesus fuck.
Fucking hell.
Well, what's your business here, Captain Lieutenant?
Military business.
All the
Who are
military
you?
people are dead.
Well, that is obviously false.
So your
And
film is...
Cam, pretty much throughout this, has been in, admittedly, a dressed up, or a civilianized version, but his
Yeah.
military uniform.
He's got his uniform on. He got all of his shit on. And he's like,
It's like, that's been his normal clothing.
regardless, what is your business here?
Military business. Who are you?
That doesn't matter. I'm the keeper.
I mean, that sounds like a pretty important fucking matter, to be fair.
So one question. Is the keeper a known title?
No. Not.
Okay.
I look after the Dark Mother. I wash her body.
Somebody ban this motherfucker right now. He's not allowed to remain in this team.
Disturbing little fuck.
Fucking Cicero!
Oh my god.
Waller, either you do it or I'm doing it.
What?
Don't ban him.
Nope.
It's fine.
What?
That is worthy. That is worthy.
Why?
Fuck you.
Anyway. Names do not matter here anymore because names aren't important.
And why did you ask who I was?
Because your name is important.
Well, I'm glad you think I'm important. Now please let this very important person in.
No.
Allow me to offer an alternative. Yes.
Why should I let you in? A military business, really?
Is this
Perhaps
being
you haven't heard, but there's a sort of war on.
Is this being spoken in common or draconic?
Oh no, it's in straight common. Like this dude,
Okay.
this Dragonborn's talking to you in common, or at least you think it is. You're not sure.
We understand it is what I'm getting. Is what he's getting at.
The voice you're hearing is very guttural. Like it's similar to how Cam speaks, but again, different accent. It's not really. Let's just say he's probably not from around here, or he's not educated. One of the two. So,
Waller, how are we
Yeah.
seeing these guys?
It's literally a slit.
It's literally a slit in the door. So
Am I actually able to see
no,
part of him?
you can. It's very dark in there.
But basically,
and-
we've got light around us, and it's
Yeah,
dark
he
in
can
there.
see you, but you can't see him. Put it that way.
So it's fucking with our dark vision.
So we
Yes.
can't. So we can't see him.
but he can see you guys
But
because you
he
guys are
can
being
see
backlit.
us.
Yeah,
And
you
you
guys are-
said he sounds guttural, but he doesn't sound
he
like...
has he sounds like he's a dragonborn, but he's either
doesn't sound like he's from around
He's not-
here.
he doesn't sound like Cam, or he sounds very like uneducated. Let's put it that way. He's got a very simple kind of speech pattern. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
He's not eloquent. There you go. That's the best word to see. He's not very eloquent in what he says. So he's looking at you and he's like, "Why should I? Why?"
We are-
I'm just gonna whisper
Whoa.
when you're done.
Whoa.
Voice
Yeah,
voice is
changer
on,
for
the voice is on.
days.
Voice changer, boss.
Is it?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes,
Yes,
Mr.
it is.
Basilisk.
Yes, it
Sorry.
is. I was like, wait, what? When did Tazo get a voice changer? Okay.
When did a
I don't
Basilisk
know
get
how
in here?
that activated itself. Okay,
It
that's
does
been
that
off
every now and
forever,
then.
It's just like
There's
I'm
a
on
key
now.
command. There's a key command to do that. I completely unbound
Go
that.
ahead, Tat. Go ahead there.
Yeah, I'm
Cash,
gonna
you-
have to. Anyway, I'm just gonna whisper to him when you're done trying the diplomatic way. Let me know and I'll try and pop the lock.
There's a lock.
There is no lock. Actually.
Then I'll just try an alternative method and make the door go away.
We are representatives of Alaron. We have
Of
come
what?
to Alaron.
Alaro. What?
Are you a younger one of your race?
I
might ask?
mean, I'm young, yes.
How long have you been alive? Just to get
I
a
don't
context.
know. It's dark in here. It's kind of hard to tell time.
Out of character, remember we
Yes.
have a thing from like that skull, golden skull, to show that we are from Avalon. Avalon.
Oh,
Remember
yeah,
that thing.
I remembered. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like,
You said Golden Skull, and I immediately went to fucking Namira's.
God's just gonna like come up to me and like, hey, don't you have the like skull thing that's like supposed to like show that we're meant to be here?
that he's like, he's like, I don't know how old in your years I am. I guess it's not been.
Our
I'm-
years.
Yes, I mean, kind of hard to tell
Waller.
time when you're underground.
Waller.
Yes.
When he says an hour in your years, like shifts from his time
Mhm.
thing and everything, I cast Dispel Magic at 3rd level on him.
Okay. Nothing
So-
happened. I mean, you guys can't tell if anything happened.
When he speaks again, if his voice changes or anything like that is what I'm going for.
No, it's still the same.
The I'm just letting you know, for any magical effects, spells, or anything like that on him,
Mhm.
if it's 3rd level or lower, it automatically ends. For 4th level, anything that is DC is 10 plus the spells level. Yeah, no, it'll only affect stuff at 3rd level or lower.
Candy, your character is the one that holds that, right?
Yes, he has the skull. Yeah.
Why do I remember the most random shit? By the way, has it been a day yet? Have we done a beard check? Getting that out of the way.
No, it's
No.
not been a day yet.
I mean-
So the the person on the other side of the door that you're talking to, this is like hard. We haven't been out. I've never been outside. Let's put it that way.
You've never been. So you've been in here since the siege, then?
Oh, I wasn't alive during the siege.
Right. That would explain why you've not heard of the outside. Alaron has a vault inside of the archives. We're here to gather some information from it on behalf of the king there.
Oh,
And you should be safe to open the door. There's no one else here but us.
good. There's someone there. It looks very. Y'all look very foreign and strange. Other than
I look very foreign.
not you.
He's-
He's talking about everybody
He's
else.
actually been alive since before the siege.
Man, you're old.
Well, you. That was
no, nobody tell
For
this
our race,
room.
not particularly.
We're going with that on record from now on. Cam is old.
Yeah, it was old. Oh
And
my God.
I am the oldest
would-
person in the party.
Sweet, Cam's the grandpa.
that would
God.
also
How old
make
are you?
him your senior in
Let me look up the actual exact number.
Like 100 and something, wasn't it?
old ass bitch.
There's bio. 103.
Yeah,
Good
I was gonna say.
Fucking God, you're ancient.
Not for Dragonborn.
I think
I'd be-
Dazer's older, actually.
Oh.
How fucking old are you?
He's an elf.
25, I believe.
Fuck, y'all are old.
Wait, how much?
125.
I think that's the age that I gave him. I can't remember. I need to
Yeah.
go look at my
It
sheet.
it should be on your character sheet.
But he's like, man, you were alive before the axe, man. You're old.
The axe.
The tax, yeah.
Ah. Cam's gonna
So he's like kind of standing there like
flip into Draconic for a moment. Just let us in. And
I
by
don't
the
speak that
military,
language.
Wait, you've lost the ability to speak your native tongue?
Cam's just got stopped, dumbfounded.
Darius is just going to lean over to Cam going, well, I guess it probably would not have been the most prudent thing in case someone other than a Draconian...
Can I tell where he is?
He's like directly across from you. Like he is looking through you can kind of
We
see
just
a
can't...
shape. Can't make out what or who he is.
Yeah.
Okay, but I can tell. I can actually see him, just not details about him.
You see like a dark figure, but yeah, he's got a it's a rounded head. He's shorter, a little bit shorter. He looks like he's standing on a box. Too.
Does he sound very young compared to, like...
I mean, to Cam, yeah. I mean...
Cam's gonna lean over to... Who can do this? A rear.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Out of all the people in the party to choose,
Do
you've chosen
a-
the worst one.
Cast a detect magic in Dwarven. Cast a detect magic, please, and tell me if that door is glowing.
Sure, I can do that. You want me to prep explosives for it too afterwards?
What?
We could just blow it in.
How about no?
Responding in Dwarvis. Let's try not to kill him if he is a child.
Okay, detect magic it is, and Urir's gonna start doing the ritual.
10 minutes later.
Yeah, that.
Basically, it probably would be just like idle chatter trying to keep his
And-
attention.
How could someone forget their native language? But when I say that, Waller, I'm saying it quietly under my breath, but I'm saying it in a demon tongue.
Okay.
Darius just gets a whisper, just hears the mumbling, just looks at you.
What I'm saying, it's one of those whispers that might be just loud enough that maybe our little friend will
It's
possibly
the
hear it.
stage whisper. Got it.
Kind of, yeah. Or just a shocked like mumbling of how the fuck. Does he respond at all or react at all when I say that?
No.
Okay, so how, or flipping back to common, how have you forgotten the only language this island speaks?
We were never taught it.
Again, the only language this island speaks?
We're never taught it.
Then how did you learn this language?
Oh, we were taught it.
Who taught you?
Grandpa.
Wouldn't you like to know, Demon Boy?
I mean, he's speaking in Common. I'm asking him how he was
Yes.
taught Common if he was never taught his actual native tongue, and this
And
is the only language they speak here is
it's a
Draconic.
guttural. You guys are.
How the
It's not a
fuck?
deep guttural voice, but you guys are starting to notice that it's a lot higher pitched than you thought as you guys are talking to him more. And you start looking again, Cam. You're starting to pick up. He's got a very small, but it's very similar head shape to like other dragonkin, but it's something that you've probably seen before, and these are extremely common outside of Ashir, but you've heard stories about him. He might look like a kobold to you.
Mother.
What is the relationship with kobolds on the island?
There's none here. Is the problem. They weren't here originally, so...
Well, we weren't here originally, so...
No, but the kobolds were... Kobolds are... They did not live in Ashir. Let's put it that way. They were kind of shunned from, like, they're not part of the same society as the rest of the Dragonkin are.
Would you like a candle?
So...
During this conversation, have I heard any kind of shuffling or anything to indicate someone else is there too?
Oh yeah, you kind of hear as he's talking, like, start hearing, and they're like whispering to each other, and there's like maybe 5 or 6 people on the other side of the door, like, or beings of some sort.
Well-
They look like kobolds, but you're not 100% sure yet.
While this is just
How old
happen-
are you? I
I
swear
could
it's
pull
11
the
days.
11 days thing from Chris Perkins. No, I'm kidding.
11 days!
How long do kobolds usually live? 11 days!
No, he's he looks and he's like, yes, again, age does not matter, names do not matter.
I'm guessing like anyone that's looking towards this is sort of hearing the shuffling and all, and we're sort of getting that image of, okay, these clearly clearly not what we think it is, but it's closer to something that we may have seen or heard of. I'm just gonna pull a coin, a nice shiny gold coin, and start flicking it.
Shiny! You just hear like shiny through the hole, like, what is that?
Oh, do you have an interest in this shiny?
I mean, it looks pretty.
Well, if you open the door, I will give you the shiny.
1 second, did you see like the head disappear like beyond the slit really quick, and then you hear like all of them whispering.
Why did that work?
Yeah.
Just in Dwarvish to Cam, they like gold.
And then you hear you kind of hear something like crunch, 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 and you hear like a bunch of kobolds struggling to like turn a wheel or something just to get it to throw.
Get it, guys! Come on!
And you guys start seeing the door. The door doesn't open up; it actually opens down. So you see it like disappear, and the door is basically opening down into the floor. And you see there's about 10 kobolds on the other side of this thing, and they all stare at you like, shiny! And they all say like shiny really quick, because apparently they all want it.
Oh god, they're like
So
the
what you're
fucking
saying
seagulls.
is I was just gonna say we're dealing with the seagulls from Finding Nemo.
Shiny, 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 shiny,
Oh dear god.
shiny, shiny.
Yeah. Anyway.
So obviously, while I'm holding, I suspect they're like moving towards me because I promised them this shiny.
They have like you're holding it up, and they have like a cat paying attention to their or a dog paying attention to their toy in your hand.
Are they armed?
So
They're
I'm just, like,
all looking at you.
Are they
with that
armed?
Oh yeah, they've got axes and stuff on there. Like these guys are armed. I mean, they're kobolds, but yes, they are armed.
Now, other than your people, is there anyone else in there?
You said you were going to give us the shiny.
I will give you another shiny if you answer my question.
2? And they all start looking at each other like, 2?
Yeah.
Who is this person who is so blessed with the shiny?
One of them probably mentions that. Not gonna lie.
Jesus Christ.
You're sitting there, and they're like, "Oh, there's other of his kind here. They're the ones that taught us common."
And indicating towards Cam, obviously.
Yeah.
Well then.
Now they're pointing at the construct.
Yes, the construct.
I will pull out another shiny
Beep.
from the pocket, from my pouch, and have that in the hand with the other shiny.
Mm-hmm.
If you lead us to them, I'll give you another one as well.
Here's one of them, like, gasp, like, "How many does this man have?" Starts dumping it out everywhere. Oh my god, that'd be hilarious. They just start, like, having a heart attack. Like, one
Make
for
it
each
rain.
of you.
How to kill a group of kobolds? Just dump an entire bag of gold on the
Drop an
floor.
entire bag of
Just
gold.
Here's an entire bag of gold I have, and it's just like
Either
this like
that or
100
minor
pound
illusion, a
bag.
bag of gold. Just minor illusion, a bag of gold over the edge of a cliff. Just watch them
can't-
go full lemming.
I can't imagine like this, just like having a 100-pound bag of gold in your bag of holding, just like whip it out and throw it at one of them, killing them instantly.
You
Just beat
hear-
him with it. They don't give a shit because
You
it's
hear
gold.
like a kobold guttural like gasp or like some sort of communication from one of them, and you see one of them running off into the cave, like just turns around and bails. Wait 1 second, we'll get them for you.
Interesting. Gonna move over to stand by.
We
over
have
there.
the shinies now?
I will pull out the third shiny, and I will extend my hand to them.
Oh, like you don't even make it all the way to them. They just like grab them. Like 3 of them grab it, and then they start fighting over the 3. And they're all dogpiling on top of each other at this point. Just you're watching this happen. You're just like, huh.
Just in Dwarven, they will always fight for the gold.
And Cam, this is probably
so.
why that the other ones, the other dragon kid from Ashir, are like, yeah, you guys are not welcome here. So, as stuff like this happens.
Good, just in Dwarven. Good thing we didn't show them the skull.
That would have been bad.
Yes, it would have.
And a few more minutes go by, and you see a dragonborn. He comes strolling up.
This dragonborn just comes up, and there's just this scuffle of kobolds
Yeah,
happening
and
over
he's
gold.
just like, he asked you guys in common, what did you all do? It just is watching them like, oh, and he sees the gold pieces, and he's like,
Ah.
and you see him like face palming. The dragonborn's just face palming. Just
Probably
Cam's
not the
gonna
best to have
gesture-
had them. on
Cam's gonna
security.
gesture the kobolds and go, really?
they're my assistants. What do you expect? And he answers in Draconic to you.
No, in character.
I brought them back. My parents brought them home, and we raised them, and now I have them. They're my only family I have left. You want me to keep speaking?
Leaving that aside, now we're here to get access to the vaults.
Oh. You are? What vault in particular? By the way, he's talking to you Draconic, and the kobolds are still fighting over for stuff. He just like one of them's like, ah, I got it, and then like 3 of them tackle him, and they're still going. And he's like, last time they did this, It took them 2 months to figure out who it belonged to.
How many kobolds are there, Waller?
Oh, there's like 10 right now.
Is this?
Yeah.
That was in Draconic, wasn't it? Never mind. Shit.
Yes.
Yeah, the conversation was in Draconic.
Mm-hmm. But again, go ahead.
Alright.
Go ahead.
Hopefully, just the elven one.
Alaron?
I presume you mean Aurelian, but yes.
No, sorry.
Hmm.
Oh, sorry. I think I fucked up there. Yes, I did.
All right. Well, follow me, and he like flips around in his king, and he's like, "Kobolds, come!" in common, and they're all like, and then like 3 of them grab the coins, and then like they all
Bail.
start running down the archive tunnel, and he just starts walking.
Interestingly obedient.
Well, if you've raised them to be a servant class, what do you expect?
And you guys are walking in. These aren't probably the only kobolds here, as you realize. There's probably more.
They breed like fucking guppies.
Yes, they do. And he's leading you down into the archives, and you can see there's kobolds everywhere. You guys get into like there's this main hall. It's like the main kind of depository where they go through everything.
So literally, what we've walked into now
It's
is
just
a
like
big fuck off melee of kobolds
Like,
fighting over 3 coins.
Yes, and they're all like 3 of them walked in, and then he's like, see the Dragonborn just keep walking. He's not even paying attention to it at this point. He's like, yeah, that's fine. And
They'll tire themselves out eventually.
eventually, or they will kill each other, one of the two. And you see, like, as you say that, like, one of them pulls out a sword on the other one, and they're all like, let's go! And they start, like, fighting.
Oh boy.
So, there's probably, like, 20 of them in here, 25 of them in this room. Now.
25 kobolds all having
Yep.
a fucking party
Yup.
over just fighting each other to the death over fucking
Yup.
coin.
Yup.
I may have done something I shouldn't have, but oh well, it worked.
Their deaths are on your head, Darius. All of them.
I've had to kill enough of them.
So he leads you down deep into the archives. You guys keep walking, and you guys are you can tell this is not he leads you to the deep part of it, and he opens this other door, and it looks like an elevator of some sort. And he turns to you in Draconic. I haven't been down there in years, so I would be very careful. You might want to double check the elevator. Maybe not take the. And he looks at the rear in the construct. Maybe not take the construct on the first way down.
Heavy ass bitch.
Are you saying it hasn't been maintained, or you think something else might be down there?
Both.
How would the something else have gotten down there?
Oh, it lives down there. It's lived down there the whole time.
What is it?
You don't know? That's right. They never told you, did they?
Fucking god.
One. I'm assuming I haven't recognized this dude.
No. Hey, he's a flightless
one.
Dragonborn too, so you guys didn't really associate with them very often, unless it was
What do you
military training.
mean? What do you mean they never told me?
Oh. Yeah, I don't go down there usually. It's one of the rules of the archives. You don't go down there unless it's necessary. And usually before, when my ancestors went down there, they went down there with about 100 people with swords and magic. I have neither, so looks like you're covered though, so you'll be okay.
Is Cam's face getting more and more like
Concern.
concerned? Like,
No, Cam's face is getting more and more like that really annoyance kind of thing.
you know, you get this annoyed look. Cam, we don't understand this conversation. What's going on?
You've never heard of the Guardian?
I'm assuming that was in Draconic.
It's in Draconic.
Heard of many guardians. We're gonna have to be more specific.
Well, I've never seen it, but I was told that it's very powerful and it was designed to keep certain people from not accessing those.
Then why did the authorized people need swords and magic to get down there?
For the protection.
That is what swords and magic usually does, yes.
Yes. I'm not sure. I've never been down there myself, actually. So, I've just remembered the legends that I was told by my parents, and before they died. Before they decided to go down there.
You said it was designed?
Yes. Well, designed is a relative term.
E.g., designed by nature. Not committed.
The archives were designed to house the Guardian, if that's what you're implying.
This is sounding less like a guardian, more like a random monster that wanders the halls.
Oh, it doesn't wander. It guards the elevator. But if you have the key, it should get you through.
And again, why did they need swords and magic?
Because they didn't have the key.
The keepers of the archive do not have the keys.
No, they did not.
Then how do they maintain the texts?
Well, they do. Just up here. What you're looking for is the super secret part of the archive.
Super secret. That's
Yes.
a technical term, then.
Yes. Gotta work with me, man. I lived with kobolds for a very long time, alright? You could tell, like, again, this guy isn't very eloquent either. This guy has been living with kobolds for years, so there you go.
You're bound to lose some eloquence
Yeah.
along those lines.
Yeah.
Alright. Fine.
So he opens the door and he's like, just be careful, no sudden movements now, and you should probably, we'll send the construct down later, I guess. And he's like looking at
Later.
a rear.
How about
and,
right after we go down?
I mean, sure, why not? And who's all getting on this thing? Like, this is like a rickety. It's like a stone elevator. It's not wood, but this thing's it's not been maintained very well.
For the sake of, well, the party, I guess Cam's gonna quickly like summarize the conversation so
Yeah.
far.
Yeah. So he'll summarize it to all of you.
Well, you have the key, so you're getting on the elevator.
As I do have to be in the first group to go down at least. Oh, and one last question. What was your name again?
Oh, well, let's see. What is my name? And
Oh,
he's sitting there and he's thinking.
Laura didn't give him a name.
No, he has a name. It is Torin, but he doesn't remember it. He's sitting there and he's like, "It's Torin."
I mean, I highly doubt the kobolds address him by his fucking name, to be quite fair with you.
Why not?
They call him Dragonborn, probably. Dragon!
They
Yeah,
call
they
him
probably
Dragon
see
Daddy.
him.
Or
is what they call him.
father, or whatever the hell they
Yeah,
want to go.
they
Yeah.
probably see him as more of that than... Because when kobolds fucking... they serve actual dragons. So.
Yes.
Dragon Daddy.
Dragon Daddy.
Never say
Dragon
those
Daddy.
words together again.
The Dragon Daddy!
You know, that reminds me of Minnie's favorite thing. Hey, Minnie,
Band?
Daddy strap.
God. But
Uh,
Torin.
Doren.
Torinn. Yes.
Dorinn.
Torin.
Sounds more like a dwarvish name.
The sudden deathly silence.
Friday.
Okay. At making an entry into notes.
Just like complete total silence from everyone.
Yes.
We're sitting there like,
And he's like, he's opening the door and he's like, go on in.
To Torin. How exactly did you keep all of the orcs and demons out then?
Oh,
If it's just you.
threatened them with the Guardian, of course. They didn't know what it was. And they came in here, we let them in, and when I told them about it, they decided not to go down.
Right.
Apparently they know something about it in their...
Is this being said in common?
Or did you address them in common, Game Theory?
course you would.
For the sake of the party, yes. In this this question.
Yeah, so it'll be in common. So this is uncommon.
it's that. This is
Yes.
out of character, but it's that fucking Balrog again, isn't it? I swear to fucking God, Waller.
No,
Balrog round 3.
it's not.
Do we have a description
Good thing I have a Balrog button.
of this guardian, or...
Rear's got one too.
Well, the dude apparently knows fuck all about it.
Well, he's had stories.
Well, it's big. It looks like a dragon. Looks like one of us, and it's big.
Does it look like a dragon or like one of us?
I mean, it looks like you, just bigger. Never seen a dragon, so I don't know. I just heard about them.
Dragons are rather on all fours and less than cheery dispositions usually.
He's looking at you like, I don't know.
You've met a dragon? Derek just turns to Cam.
Have you
met one?
forgotten what isle we are on?
I mean, I haven't seen any yet.
'Cause they're not here.
Shit, there's dragons here. Gonna slick my hair back real quick.
Fuck
I'm
off.
kidding.
Okay, so you went to the dragon's lair.
I am
rolled to
kidding.
introduce the dragon.
I am kidding. We are not going that route with this bard, but the joke had to be made.
Okay.
He's
okay,
gonna
go
donkey
ahead.
the dragon.
In the
Go ahead,
interest
yeah.
of all
Go
bardom
ahead.
everywhere, the joke
And
had to be
as
made.
you do that, I don't
Yeah.
think my mic actually picked that up.
You're loading your gun.
Just cocks it. No. Ooh, the dragon daddy is not happy about us fucking the dragon daughter.
Anyway, Anyway.
Fucking Christ.
Anyway. Yeah, don't know. It could be. I don't know. It's just big.
Just big.
It had a name, if I remember. Hang on, let me see if I can. And he's
I
sitting
think
there
these are just nuts.
thinking. He's like, name. Rashgul, I think was the name.
Raz Al Ghul?
No, Rashgul.
Right.
H. Rashgul. Yes.
Some Batman fucking sounding villains.
It
in
is.
This bitch.
Cam, didn't you explain something to us in the past about scale significance or something?
About the significance of a scale?
The colors of them.
It depends on the species, but for most it doesn't matter in the actual sense, but among the ancestral kin, I suppose in the more metaphorical sense, the chromatic colors are generally considered the less healthy to meet than the chromatics, or than the the metallics. Although meeting either is a risky proposition in any situation.
Did your parents tell you anything about that? Its color, yay, nay? I mean, I'd feel that would be a pretty big detail. Well, it's just like
Meanwhile,
fuck,
the
fuck,
GM has
fuck,
died.
fuck. Yeah,
No.
well, it's just like fuck,
Are you
fuck.
asking? Okay, were you
I-
asking
I-
Cam
I-
or were you asking the guy?
I
Like,
asked,
that was
I asked
what
Cam
was
about that and
Oh,
had
it's
him cover it, and then I
I
basically turned my attention to.
don't know if it had any. I never heard stories. I just heard it was
They
big.
never
It had
described it.
wings. Not. Oh, but he lived to
Eyes of
describe it.
fire and scales of
No one really lived to
embers
describe
or something.
It. No one's really lived to describe it. We just had the stories of from before.
Well, apparently someone lived to describe it if you have stories.
Well, it was what was in the archives.
So
And
we are
presumably the archives have some form of description, yes?
Well, I'd have to go get the book, but I don't remember it mentioning a description. It just winged, and then there was a bunch of pages torn out.
Oh, of course. They're always tampered with.
bloody censorship. Can't have nothing in this day and age. No, you can't talk about that color.
Oh my god.
Dragon Lives Matter.
Oh
is that
my
what this
god.
is?
Let's not, please. Can
You're
we
welcome
not?
for the ban, Minnie.
Can we not? Can we
Uh,
not? Thank you. Keep it on topic, boys. Keep it on topic.
I mean, it's a fairly up there topic right now.
Yeah, keep it on topic with the game, boys. Let's go.
This party on topic. Pick one.
I know.
Aren't you supposed to keep the books intact?
Well,
Isn't that rather your job?
that was my
Why they call you
ancestor's job.
keepers?
Yes. Well, I'm the only keeper left, and that was before my time. And I don't know the answer to that.
I have nothing in Detroit.
By the way, do you have any food?
Assuming you don't have much in the way of rations down here.
I mean, no.
And
800 years
By the
is
way,
not
he
something you can
looks-
survive on stores.
He looks down like very he gets like very distant for the second there, and he's like, no, you Shots kind of thing.
Oh
Yeah.
god, he's been eating kobolds.
Yes, he has. And the kobolds have been eating kobolds.
Do they taste like chicken?
You
that
actually asked that?
No, definitely not.
like eating the kobolds would work for a very short amount of time, and then
You're gonna get
ecologically it doesn't work.
You're gonna get very shaky kobolds after that.
Well, even discounting that,
Or the kobolds don't know. I mean,
because the
there's that
kobolds have to
too.
eat too.
No, Waller.
I know. I
Yeah,
know.
Yeah, a species eats itself enough, it causes negative effects in the body.
I know.
Well, there's that, but also just straight in terms of food supply, it doesn't work for long. Because you're going to eat them far faster than they can grow.
There's probably been some mold somewhere that they've been fucking feeding on as well. And
He's probably also sent the kobolds up to actually go get stuff too, to be honest.
yeah, probably send them out to scavenge the town.
Yeah.
But they're small and quick enough little bastards that they
Right, is
probably
he-
could.
Are we actually trusting this guy?
I don't know. No.
Well, seeing as how, you know, the kobolds clearly didn't have any fucking intent to hurt us, especially after I gave them shinies. I mean, even if we don't trust this guy, we could take the kobolds, but
So are we all planning on going down there, or are we going to leave some people up here to
Let's just get this
Colle-
over with.
well-
Well, we still have time.
I was saying more collect the debts of this guy, kind of jerking my head towards the very confused keeper, is betraying us here.
Why would I do that?
Well, I doubt he's been dishonest, but let's just get this over with.
Drug stretch, alright, let's do it.
question: would a Riz detect magic still be going off right now?
I mean,
How long has it
Rear?
been?
Probably been maybe 5-10 minutes.
That's a very, very big
10
fucking
minutes,
distinction
10 minutes.
that would
One
be
moment.
waning. So if it's come to the finishing of the conversation, it's hit 10 minutes. Wow. He was there.
Duration 10 minutes from
Yeah, there you go.
the time.
There you go. Did this,
So-
as a describer to Arir, did he have anything weird about him magically, or?
Oh dear, roll me a perception check with advantage, sir, since you had detect
Alright.
magic.
Why does everybody, as soon as we cast it, we instantly fucking forget about detect magic?
Mm-hmm.
Because I just wanted to know if it was safe to dimension door through the door, personally, and then they opened it. Because I was about to start throttling fuckers.
You just got the inside, just choking out kobolds.
Like, one of them, you look back and they're still fighting, and one of them has one in a headlock, and they're just like,
Oh,
Alright.
set the dogs off with that.
my god.
I rolled an 11, even with advantage, but what is that? Is that Arcana?
No, perception.
Perception.
It's perception.
Oh,
that one.
sorry. Then that's gonna be... Where the hell's that one?
P.
17.
Oh, thank
Oh,
fuck.
wait, hang on. Nope.
Nope.
That's the wrong fucking one. Where's the... That... Oh, no, it is 17, yeah.
So, you can tell that he might be under the influence of something.
It's weed.
No. Magical.
Methamphetamines.
No. That he might be under. You can't specifically tell what it is because you haven't seen him before, but he might be under control of something. You're getting that kind of hint, but you're not sure what.
Alright, I'm gonna, pull... yeah, it's gonna have to be Darius. I'm gonna pull Darius aside and basically go, Darius,
Are you speaking in common or dwarvish?
it's to be
What school
Dwarvish.
of magic was it?
Waller, what he said, or asked.
What? What was Canty? What?
What school of magic was it?
Hang on. Let me Google something. You guys talk though, but I will let you know.
And I'm gonna basically, tug on Darius's clothing. Basically, I think he's under the influence of something controlling him magic-wise.
Rightio.
And then insert School of Magic here
And
once
insert
it is provided.
what?
It's hey.
Illusion?
No, it's an enchantment.
Enchantment. So I'm assuming Arrea has pulled me back from the front here to do this.
Yeah, just out of earshot, even though we are speaking still in Dwarvish. Just in case.
Of everybody in the party, who do I know speaks Dwarvish? I know.
I think
obviously the
everybody
dwarves
in the party except Scamos.
Tazar, do you?
Yeah, Tazar does.
Yep,
For
I
sure.
don't know. I don't know if you guys know it or not. But I do.
But apparently Cam does.
Cam learned it because
So it's
he was
evocation,
pretty much the
conjuration,
only one that didn't.
abjuration, transmutation, enchantment. So enchantment is apparently a school of magic
Oh,
in
it's an
5e.
enchantment. It's an enchantment.
Well, because I want to speak to somebody in Dwarvish. I'm just gonna have to.
Everyone in the party knows Dwarvish.
Nope,
If he-
I do not.
Scamos.
Everyone useful in the party knows Dwarvish.
So-
I don't think I know Tazar does. So
Those two were talking. I'm looking directly at you two.
you're
And
looking
it's
directly at.
not. And it's not with a look of what the fuck are they saying. It's a look of oh really.
Oh really?
You understand us?
And, just a slight head nod. And
Can you reverse magic effects now?
I nod and already a dispel magic.
Just get a little thumbs up hidden behind his body so that the guy behind can't see.
So would
And
you like
I'm gonna try and cast it without him noticing.
roll slide a hand check there, Cash.
Oh no! Whatever shall I do?
Oh no! It's not like it's
Oh,
one of my
fuck.
best rolls.
That's 30.
Holy fuck!
Yeah. You asked the rogue to roll a sleight of hand check.
Oh
what
my
would you
God.
expect?
So you hit this guy with dispel magic, and
And it's a
Just-
4th level this magic. So...
and he's just like, you see him like shake his head really quick. He's holding the door open still, and he's like, "Whoa, where am I?" And he
What
looks
do
like,
you mean, where are you?
"Who are you?"
Not
Okay,
again.
I'm just gonna go over to Cam.
I think at this point I
just
cast
into
Dispel
Warwick.
Magic stealthily enough that the only person who knows is Darius.
Yeah, for saying
Because
yeah.
he asked me.
Just
And even
type
then
it
he's not too sure.
I'm just gonna go into Cam's ear, just be like, he was under magical effect. In Dwarvish.
And he looks like, "Who
And-
are all of you?"
Let's start simple.
Start from
And he's
squad.
sitting there, and he's not really
What
Can't
Do you remember your name?
Cam, he's like, "Killed all of them.
What?
My family." And he's like, you just start seeing like he's starting like all of the ways of remembering everything, and he's like, looks like he's about to have a mental breakdown. He's like, "I killed all of them. I sent,
What is your name?
Corin.
What is your quest?
I don't have a quest."
What is your favorite
What's
color?
your favorite color?
What? And then you see him, he's like, "What?"
we couldn't fucking resist. Like,
And
it's-
like kobold. He looks like kobolds.
Perhaps you've heard of the short, the kind of reptilian, kind of look like those
Well,
things.
yes, those are kobolds, but
apparently your assistants, unless you're
What?
speaking in Draconic. I have no idea.
no, he's not. By the way, he's like in like in and. But oh my god, I killed all of them.
Well, apparently not all of them, because they're all right here.
No. Keepers. All the orcs. Sent them down there and never came back.
Right. Were you handed something or touched by someone possibly prior to?
Voice on the door where
don't
he touched.
remember.
Oh god.
I just remember what I've done. I don't remember anything before.
I do have a question, Waller.
Yeah.
When the dispel went off, did something fall off him? Like something broke after the enchantment?
No.
Whatever it was.
No.
Okay.
Does the spell magic pause effects or remove them
Should remove it.
entirely?
Should
It
remove them
removes them.
entirely.
It removes them entirely. depending on the
Okay,
level.
so here's the spell description, just so we get rid of all of the
Mhm.
any ambiguity. Choose one creature, object, or magical effect in range. Any spell of 3rd level or lower on the target ends for each spell of 4th level or higher, since, you know, the highest spell I can cast is currently 4th level. Make an ability check using your casting ability. DC's 10 plus spell's level. On a successful check, spell ends. Higher levels, yeah. It seems like it's the same thing even at higher levels.
Yep.
You just end more
it's
effects.
that way. You just have a chance. You just have a guaranteed end of much higher effects.
Yep.
Otherwise, you're dicing for it. Which is why it was probably a 4th level spell, or it was probably a 4th level spell that fucking was on the guy, because when I cast it, it had no effect on it. But I also
Well,
wrote,
no,
like,
you
trash
cast it
for
on the
actual-
kobolds.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's right, yeah. We had them on the kobolds. Was he actually? So the kobolds were actually working for him then. That's good.
Well,
Unless they're under
Yeah, sure.
magical effects too, in which case we're about to have a problem.
We'll find out, won't we?
Yeah,
won't we?
that's kind of concerning.
You just get raped by kobolds.
I mean, look, I'm not sure what you rolled for your DC for the rest of it, but goddamn, the way
I didn't. It just worked.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay. What dominate spells are 4th level?
Anyway,
Moving on.
let's just on to more immediate matters. What is downstairs?
The Guardian.
What is the Guardian?
Dragon? They don't tell you the. Why do they not tell people these things? My god.
At least it's
Apparently,
being
they don't
open
tell
about it
you
now.
these things, because when I asked you a moment ago, you didn't know.
Well, a moment ago, and you see like a realization in his eyes, like, oh god. Yeah,
Oh dear.
I think the Guardian got to me. Oh
Well,
no, and he looks around and he's like,
fuck.
that is why they're all dead.
And what is the... Okay, first off, what is the Guardian's name and what is his color?
Rashgal? Rashgal or Rashgal? Rashgal? Yeah, Rashgal. He's like thinking about it for a moment. He said, "Crash call, yes."
I don't know how to fuck spell that.
Rash gall, like it's rash and gall put together. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, have you got a rash goal?
Rash gall. There you go.
Like
Let's,
asking
see,
fucking.
let's just call him Bat Dragon.
Rash Goal
Goal.
is a true dragon then.
Yes. They're chromatic too.
Of what color? And why did you put a chromatic in the basement?
Out of character, I think I know what color this is gonna be.
Guessing blue.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Purple.
Oops, excuse me. What?
Purple.
They exist.
Mm-hmm.
I know out of character, don't fuck all about them, but they exist.
All right, it's dragon time.
Fuck it. Yes, you can seduce the dragon.
Remember, it's a he, so you're rolling for damage.
Unless you seduce him so good, he lets
Nope.
you fuck him.
Yeah, purple.
What do I know about purple dragons? Because out of character, I don't.
Roll me an Arcana check. Or a
Arcana?
history check, excuse me.
Purple dragons are dicks.
Well, all chromatics are dicks. You gotta be more specific. Like, blues are the least dicks of them. Where the fuck is my skills? They're there.
We're not totally fucked.
Only 15.
So what you know about them, and you do know about them, yes, they are manipulator of other creatures, is chief through lies, misdirection, and direct mental domination. Purple dragon might seek control of any number of reasons. They are found in the Underdark. They live underground. That's probably why it's underground. And you know that their breath weapon has some sort of like psychic,
Yeah, he does psychic damage. Fuck off.
psychic damage and other things like dominate people and causes
Good thing we
them
don't
to
have
be
a
dazed.
barbarian in the party.
Yes. So, you do know that they are harmed by direct sunlight, and they also might be susceptible to radiant damage, but that hasn't been tested. So that's something
Well,
that you
we're gonna
might have to
find
find out. We're gonna find out. So,
I will put it into a fucking haymaker and radiant my goddamn gauntlets if I have to.
do I
And
know
I will-
of anything in particular that it doesn't really affect it?
stand by. Not from what you limited, not with that. See, so you do know that it is, it does have dark vision because it lives underground.
Yeah.
It also has blind sight as well. So that is what
I
you
think
know.
all dragons have blind sight.
Mm-hmm. And it also, they can have acid breath, but this one does not. There's some of them that do. But this one specifically, like, this variant of them does not. So it's either psychic or acid. So.
But elementally, they
Mm-hmm.
anything that doesn't really work on them well.
Not to your knowledge. Acid probably, but again, them being in the Underdark, that might be something that they'd built up over time.
All right. And how old is this dragon?
Been down there for since Ashir's been here, at least.
How old was he when he arrived?
Couple 100 years old, probably. This is an old dragon.
Would that make him an
Bashir has
ancient?
only been here for what, 1,000?
Yeah, it'd be about 1200.
What are the age categories for fucking dragons again?
He would be right in that worm stage, probably. Not into Great Worm yet. So, for Forgotten Realms, if you want to go off of what they have, there you go.
Oh, fuck. Oh, double fuck. Oh, by the way,
yeah.
add 800 to that.
Why?
Remember the time dilation?
Well, you gotta
600.
remember, he's also...
Fuck!
No. So he's thinking about it with the time dilation.
Is he?
Yes, but he didn't
So-
give me a number.
Oh. Yeah.
Wait. Fuck.
That's a great.
In the
wo-
outside,
oh.
in the outside world, Ashir's been here for 1,000 years. In Ashir's time, it's been 1,800.
Well, we're fucked,
No,
boys.
No, 1600.
But we're still fucked, boys.
1,600 doesn't.
Yeah, it's either way. It's
The
still a
dragon's
great world.
1,800.
Either way, we're fucked.
Halls, get your
Go.
best D20 out.
Yeah, hang on a sec. We're about to hold. We're about to hold a D20 off for all of my
don't-
D20s. We're gonna need a nat 20 for this bitch.
Don't.
And I hope
Don't-
you have another character rolled up, just in case you either lose or fail, or you.
Task
Actually
failed
get it.
successfully.
There's a good chance somebody's gonna die.
If you pass, you will die. If you fail, you will die.
I'm just gonna turn to Cam. Are the tales that dragons favor wealth true?
Depends on the dragon.
And by
They
that
all
you
favor
mean-
some form of wealth.
Chromatics,
Okay.
yes, for sure. For sure.
Okay, so what would this one favor for wealth?
Depends on the dragon.
I'm saying this one, the purple one.
Well, I don't know what this one particularly favors.
You have to talk to it and find out, probably.
Do you know, Torin?
Or in the, like, you'd probably have to talk to it and find out. Apparently, I don't remember.
Fantastic.
If we're lucky, it's books. Actually, no, I take that back. That'd be if we're very unlucky, but that's probably what it is.
We can. So, before we move on, are all those? As we walked through, when we were walking through, did the kobolds light up with that same magic effect for a rare? Or
A rear, if he was paying attention, would have noticed that yes, they did.
they're all mind controlled. Fantastic. But clearly, their base urges still push through. So
Or they're being
he's
mind controlled
allowing
and
that,
being told
or
to
he's
act
allowing
that
them.
way.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
either
it's
way, we
far
know
it's far easier to deal with things by telling them what they want to do.
I mean, if you throw enough shinies at kobolds, I think you could break the mind control.
Wouldn't go that far.
I mean, you throw down 100 pieces, they'll probably kill each other for us.
That might be true if they're whatever's control over them lets them, and how good of a mind control spell it is.
Well, you're also fighting nature as well. Mind control has limits.
It's a great purple dragon. Right,
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the
Yeah.
kobolds win in they not
Again,
win in that
I,
case.
I
They're
would say
base.
even nature could fight against that.
Even nature could fight against that. I don't think nature's gonna be fighting against a creature that's dropping fucking like 7th, 8th, and 9th level fucking dominate spells.
As legendary actions every turn.
Like that is just it is, it loses. The kobolds lose.
You guys will probably have a tough time, but the kobolds would just straight up lose. So, yeah.
We'd have a tough time.
Uh-huh.
Wait, are you saying this party is totally capable of taking on
An
a
ancient
great
dragon.
worm?
Yeah.
Definitely not.
What is the
No.
challenge rating of an ancient or a great worm purple dragon?
15.
Fuck off.
Bullshit.
Oh, it is. I'm not kidding.
Really?
Yeah. Now, I can crank it up, but default it is 15. Dragons aren't
Yeah.
that high.
Now what happens when
So-
you add in lair?
Mm-hmm. Have to find out now, won't ya?
It's gonna have fucking backdoors trying to get fucking.
Hey, man.
I feel like if it's something that lived in the Underdark, it's probably going to be a tricksy little fuck, and it's going to run if we do even get a good fucking blow on it. Darius will not become a dragon slayer. Damn it.
Man, you guys have like all of this no confidence in yourself, man. Fun.
Dragons in D&D can be scary, Waller.
I know.
Like there is very little that is more powerful than an ancient dragon
Yes.
in its
Other than,
fucking lair.
like a god.
Like Trask is one of them.
Yeah, Trask is one. A Trask, god.
So, you
Dracolich.
see Torin kind of look at all of you, and he's like, well, you guys, what do you need to find down there that's so important?
How to kill a god.
How to stop the end of the world. Take your pick on those two answers.
Hmm. Well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Well, the only thing I think you can do is go down there and see what can happen. Who knows? You better hurry though, because I'll probably fall back under his influence here very soon. The longer you stay, here it gets. And you could probably see why they rotated keepers out so often now, Cam.
Frankly, I don't know anything about the keepers.
Oh. Guess they never tell anybody anything apparently, and
I didn't exactly live in the city.
I see. Well, we rotated out every few months. We did shifts in here. It was the best way to, especially that type of sensitive information, was important to keep something powerful guarding it.
And what, it just appeared in the basement one day, or you built the basement around it?
We built the basement around it. It's technically in captivity down there.
So it's not there willingly.
No.
And that's probably why it's pissed.
So you never made an agreement with him.
There was an agreement, but when the city fell, it's
You went, well,
things
they're dead.
changed.
Things changed.
Decided that it didn't want to work with the rest of us anymore, the rest of Ashia. It wanted its own power, I guess. And when we had nowhere else to go, we all began falling to its influence. then soon its requested meals and other things brought down to its sacrifices. Yes. First it was our own people, then orcs, and whatever was left. The kobold came later. We don't know where they came from, but they arrived. They must have been maybe part of what he had down there. I don't know.
Arrear's fishing around in his bag of holding, and he just pulls out a piece of parchment paper. He's like, "Well, I've had these for I don't even remember how long. I think
Arrear, stop.
this may help you. This may help us potentially. I've got time stop."
Oh shit! I totally forgot about that.
I told you, Canthier. I knew someone had that.
I
Wait,
totally forgot
You got
about
what?
He's got a 9th level that he's been
Yeah,
holding on to.
I
Forgot
forget
about
where I
that.
got it. Actually,
Yeah.
out of character too.
Are you holding this in your hand right now?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna
Forgot
grab it
about-
out of your hand and go. You've had this
Forgot
this
about
entire
this.
time.
Forgot about this.
Yeah, well, it's been at the bottom. It's just wipe the
Covered in,
powder
like fucking
off it.
gunpowder and spills and stuff on it.
We
I-
got
I'm
that
ju-
from the guy's
Ouch.
bag of holding, if I remember correctly.
I'm just gonna turn it towards Cam and just go. You probably will want this.
Honestly, too, I have like 4 other scrolls. The links are broken that I saved them, so I don't remember what they are. But that none of them were as useful as that one.
Yeah. I forgot
you-
I gave you a time slot scroll when you guys fought the wizard. I forgot about that.
Can you tell what the scrolls were called by the
No,
actual link?
no. All it says is it just gives SDB ID to equal 33.
Fuck it, Wayback Machine it.
Well, the link goes. But let's try that. Maybe it'll work.
Anyway, yeah, so he pulls out time stop out of the bag of tricks.
Out of all the things you've had in your bag of tricks,
This one doesn't explode.
Zone of Truth.
Yeah, Zone of Truth is one of them. So
who wants to bully Cam with the Zone of Truth?
Oh yeah.
Would you really like to try that?
That was just the first link that I found. Hang on, now the Wayback Machine works. So
anyway, so he pulls out time stop cab and hands it to you, and just yeah.
Let me double check what that does.
Get 1 minute.
1d4
Briefly
plus 1 turns in a row.
I have polymorph too.
God damn it. Yeah, sorry, Canthier. I knew someone had it, but when I asked you, it's like, maybe not. I just completely forgot it was Arrear that had it.
Oh shit. Turns out I have
What?
resurrection too. That may also come in handy very shortly.
Most likely one to die has resurrection. Handy.
Plentiful in Divinity. Really rare and
Anyway. So yeah, what do you guys want to do? The elevator is still up and ready to go.
Well, we're gonna have to go down there eventually. That thing does.
In for a penny, in for a pound.
Darius goes in first.
So the world goes around, yes.
Darius get on the elevator then when he says that.
Not quite yet.
No.
What was the deal this dragon had with the city?
He'd protect the most sensitive information to the world. As long as he was left alone to do what he wanted in the basements.
That doesn't sound dodgy in any way, shape, or form.
And there presumably was some way for us to get access, for the
Yes,
city
do
rather,
you
to get
have
access to
the
that
skull
information.
that was provided to whoever holds the You have the skull.
Go down there. We show him the skull. We say, if you don't let us in there, the world's gonna end. So will you?
And what was the details of that plot?
Well, the skulls were one of his batch of kids. That's all died, and they used them to basically present as people that were allowed to enter those particular archives.
So we're going to go down there and
And
present the
but
dragon.
what was the details of the agreement, not the skull?
So the details were he was able to live and survive, and they would feed him, things like that. They basically provided for him, and they let him do his bidding in the Underdark and under the city, under the island. Excuse me, and they were gonna. They didn't. They basically left him alone. Otherwise, other than just to guard this information
I
because of its
apologize. I'm
importance.
apparently not
So
speaking this clearly.
okay.
What were the details that allowed someone to go down to access?
So you had to
What
have
was
the
the
skull.
wording?
You had to have the skulls that basically showed that you were the owner / responsible person for those archives.
And the agreement was he would let any group or any one wearing the skull.
Group.
All right.
Now, I don't know if that deal is still valid in his mind. It's been a long time. And
Well, he is
Evil.
apparently
Oh,
the
it's not
type
gonna
that
be.
he is apparently the type that is willing to make deals, and of the dragons that hold to them, they tend to hold to them.
well, when the food stopped coming, he figured that those deals were reneged. I guess I don't remember. I was only told this.
If the food stopped
Sure.
coming, how is he still alive?
Probably got food from elsewhere on the island.
Where elsewhere? You are between him and it.
You don't think he can't get out from down there?
He's probably got a lot of tunnels.
A moment ago, you said he was captive down there.
I mean,
Was the deal.
was.
But also they don't go down there all the time, and he's allowed to do whatever he wants. You think he hasn't made fucking tunnels?
And it's also been how long in a sheer timeline versus everything else too?
600 years.
Yeah. So my god, my dad's watching Starship Troopers. Oh my god, I can hear it in here. Anyway.
Bugs! We got bugs!
God. Yeah, so, Warren's like, well, you need to go down and get the information. You can try, but there's no promises.
Alright.
That's not ominous fucking at all.
Oh look, the government has done something in the past, now it's fucking us in the ass now.
I mean, they're a government. That's what they do, man.
How to make D&D political. So the elevator is not in a well-kept state, so we can't
No.
bring Plode down in the first
No.
batch.
Or you get some Plode by himself.
I mean,
Sounds unwise.
there's option C.
And what's option C?
Featherfall?
And then how do we get back up?
They can send the elevator down afterwards, but at least it gets plowed down there.
Yeah, but
Plan D. Send Plode down with the time stop. He raids the archive for all the books, and he comes back up.
Sounds like I am not inclined to trust our survival to the interpretive qualities of an automaton.
Look, he probably won't bring the dragon itself up.
See, that's the concern.
That is
The
one
time
of the
stop-
concerns.
the
Another
time
is that
stop
he,
wears off halfway up the elevator. What am I? The hell are you? Who the fuck are you? Fuck this!
Hello, Dragon Boy, and then just leaves with the middle finger going up all the books.
and the other is that he brings the wrong books,
Yes.
and the dragon gets very angry.
Hasta la vista, dragon bitch. He goes up the elevator.
He's got aviators on, or the freaking road switching in a movie with a shotgun. It's like, oh god.
This feels like a no-win either way.
Yes, which is why I'm thinking we just all go down there and deal with it now.
Come with me if you want to live. Plode says that to the dragon.
Get to the elevator.
Oh, sorry. Derailing. Back on topic, boys.
Derailing happens all the fucking time. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Party is the very definition of derailment.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you better go, or he's expecting food. So.
Oh, great! Perfect timing to send us down then. Clearly.
Yes.
So you're just trying to feed him then and not actually give us any of the information we need. That's what I'm hearing.
I gave you all the information that I know.
You neglected the fact that it was feeding time.
I was gonna send any points to the kobolds. I was gonna send them, and you just see them all stop and like look really quick. And they're all like, "What?"
Eh?
It sounds
What?
like you guys need a new employer at that point. You're gonna
Feeding
send...
time, and you run up like, "Feeding time? Are you hungry?" Yeah. And they all start talking.
Feeding time! Feeding time! Feeding time!
How many of them have you fed to that thing?
You know, I have a solution, but my character can't.
Consciously
Use it.
do it.
What's your solution?
I would have to be at a minimum. I would have to be neutral, but I can't.
Oh. What, you gonna have like send down the kobolds and then use the kobolds and go for it?
No. Drug the fuck out of the kobolds, and then when the dragon eats them, he gets drugged.
Does anybody know the good berry spell?
Hi, I'm a ranger. I don't have good berry.
You're worthless to me.
Hang on a minute, start. You're a ranger that doesn't have the one thing you're useful for.
Mm-hmm. Hey man, I tried making the most useless ranger possible.
Anyway, so what do you guys want to do?
We're gonna have to fucking go down there.
Yep.
And we're hopping on the elevator, right?
You're just watching a party that is very unenthused stand on an elevator, going down.
Literally
Like,
hopping.
Bum, 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 bum.
this is a really bad idea.
And everybody except Plode steps on, and you see Plode like, I will wait here until it returns. And you see Torn.
Alternatively, actually, how fast? Before we go, how far down does this elevator go?
500 feet.
Gotta go somewhat deep.
How long does Featherfall last?
Lasts a minute.
60 feet per second.
60 feet per turn,
Yep. So
Per round, yes.
10 feet per second.
so 600 feet per minute.
You
And
would
it lasts a
literally
minute.
have like 100. You would literally have 100 feet to get Plode down. You would like have 100 feet to spare if you did that.
Waller, what's this like chasm for the thing made of? Like, is it just stone or what?
Oh, it's stone. There is like some leftover deposits of obsidian in the side of the walls. Not enough to affect you like the rock did, because it's not pure. But you kind of see it in the walls every so often. You're all like,
Wait, hang on.
really uncomfortable for you.
Does the elevator have a ceiling?
Yes, it does.
Like a solid ceiling or like girders?
It's like a platform. Yeah, it's like a girder platform.
So I can look up through the ceiling and see
Yes.
stuff then.
Yes.
Load. When you see a
Yes.
flash of light from the bottom of the elevator shaft, jump down it.
Okay.
Okay.
How
You're
far?
gonna like reverse Iron Giant this thing, and he's just gonna land and like crush the elevator because it's Plode.
Superhero landing.
My knees.
Impact compensation.
Fail.
Failed.
My bones.
Splash. Anyway,
My stones. Oh no.
My stones. Lands in between a girder.
all right, you guys heading down?
Yeah.
So the
Alright.
plan is present the skull. If that doesn't work, figure out what he wants. If that doesn't work,
Meme it.
if that doesn't work,
Alright.
Sense
When you guys
Gamos.
start heading down, and y'all get on the elevator and start heading down the elevator. And it's pretty creaky, especially with all of you on it. It's like you just hear like it straining. The wires and the pulleys are kind of straining under the weight a little bit. Yeah, this thing hasn't probably been used in a good while. You guys get to the bottom and it opens up, and y'all are hit with this very like just musk, just like cooped up smell of like living space. Like Halls knows what I'm talking about when I say that. When you open the door and you're just like, "Holy crap, what died in here?"
They
Yeah,
shit themselves.
basically, it's very.
No, it's not really that they shit themselves smell. It's that that's decomposing.
It's what they kind of term as like a smell of death kind of thing. It kind of hangs and clings to the air a little bit.
Clings to your clothing too.
Mm-hmm.
So hope y'all are ready to wash your fucking
But
robes
you
out
guys,
there.
you get this smell as soon as the door opens. It kind of hits everybody at once. And you guys walk out, and this chasm is probably like it's an internal. It looks like what they would originally they mined it out for the obsidian, because you do see like the lights and stuff. As you if you throw a light out or something, you would actually see it reflect off the walls and stuff down in the cave down here. And this area is probably, cave itself's probably 100 by 200 feet, like, and about 150 feet tall. Like, this thing is big. And you can see, like, different doors for, like, the archives and stuff. Like, so there's, like, the Elven one. It's kind of on the other side opposite where the elevator is. And, you see there's a couple others that you really can't make out who they belong to. But, yeah. And in the middle of the room, you see that there's like a little small runoff pond with some water. And you see a large purple dragon, almost black. It's kind of that purplish black color. Kind of hard to see down here too. You know, you guys are your dark vision even. It's kind of having some issues.
Nagara fucking night.
Yeah. And he's just laying there asleep, and the door opens, and you guys step out if you want, or are you guys just staring at this as the doors open?
So he's clearly asleep. Yes.
Asleep, yes.
Should I use pass without trace and try to
I'm
sneak this shit?
assuming Goz is behind me somewhere.
Yes.
Goz, use that trick.
Oz used that trick.
I cast
Look,
pass
I'm
without...
wearing plate armor. I'm the one who's gonna get us fucking detected.
Hey, I cast pass without trace. I get to choose anyone who I want. And it lasts up to 1 hour.
Okay, who are you choosing?
Everyone, and if Claude's coming down, him too.
Okay. So, roll your... Did you have to roll for that?
It's a plus 10 bonus to dexterity stealth checks.
Minor illusion with my keeping my body between the light and the dragon. Flash a light up the elevator shaft.
Okay. And you just hear... You guys just watch as Plode sees this, and Gordon's sitting there watching this, and you just watch as this construct just, like, cannonballs down the elevator shaft.
1 second, 2 second, featherfall.
Featherfall. And,
As soon as does he actually do that?
Upload?
Yeah. Does he
Oh,
actually
yeah.
do that when he's...
Yeah,
Okay,
he-
I cast invisibility as soon as that thing starts making a fucking noise like a
Unplode?
retard. No, on myself.
Okay, so he just gets sick. Yeah, but it just fucking disappears, and...
Poof,
Why did
gone.
you design him like that?
And I'm also going to shift slightly away from the group. That way, if we need to have a surprise pop-up.
Surprise butt sex.
Pretty much.
Bring up invisibility. Poop.
Yep.
Star's like, I'm joining that club. Bye-bye, bitches.
As
You
are
look
too.
around, notice him like,
Oh.
let him roam.
When-
I
Half the
hate
party.
this fucking party.
We're
So we all have
basically
plus 10 to your dexterity checks because of me.
through the
We all have
communication
plus
through
10 to
Plode,
that,
tell him to quiet
plus
down.
Yourself.
invisibility.
Stealth checks, just stealth checks.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean dexterity. I mean, it's like...
So, and you guys, Flo's just going wee, and then do you tell him to shut up, or
Oh yeah, yeah. Through the communication, I'm like, Plode, shut the...
sorry, and you hear it like
Shut up.
echo through the elevator shaft, and you guys turn, and you see like the dragon like shift a little bit, and everybody's like,
Oh fuck!
So,
oh fuck!
takes
And-
another step away from the party while invisible.
And it's like this thing, it's got a pretty slender head. It's almost it's very serpent-like compared to the other ones. So the head's a lot more elongated. The wings are quite small. Like it probably can't fly very far. Like this thing wouldn't be able to fly fully. Let's put it that way. Like some of the other dragons would be able to, but it's probably because it's been down underground for so long. And you just see like the especially his hands where he's like laying. It's like his claws and his hands are pretty big, just from digging, and have pretty big nails on them. Like these things would probably got one of you in half if it put its mind to it.
Alright, we rolled for stealth.
So if you want to roll for stealth, you go ahead. Plode, roll me a stealth check, please.
He did.
And also, what did he get?
Am I adding anything to this?
Oh, that's
10.
horrible.
Because he rolled a 6.
So he gets a 16. Okay.
Arir rolled a 10.
So-
For that,
So
because I think slightly jumped the gun on Pass Without Trace. Oh,
no, I said
sorry.
once I see him, I'm
Once
also
he's within
gonna.
range,
Oh.
that's what he said. So.
Basically, I was just like, you, and
Plode once he gets in range,
You.
and then. So 16. Everybody, if they want to roll stealth checks, go for it.
so I rolled a natural 3.
Oh no.
Plus 8 gives me 11. Plus 10 gives me 21.
Oh, thank fuck.
Like, Star,
so-
you're a useless fucker. I hope you understand this.
My armor gives me disadvantage. I rolled a 10 and an 8, so I'm on 21 thanks to Pass Without Trace and my stealth.
I don't know if invisibility straight up gives me like just like a natural like extra bonus to that, or like what are you doing, dog?
Cocked.
Wait, how did you-
14.
Invisible. Attack rolls have disadvantage. Your attack rolls have advantage. You're heavily obscured for the purposes of hiding. And your location can be detected by noise. But you cannot be seen without the aid of magic or a special sense.
which the dragon has.
It has detect or true sight, so it can see invisibility.
Yes, can.
Would my character know this?
That has a range, but
But
Yeah,
no.
it's got a range, so at least it's not going to just see us instantly somewhere in light.
so does dark
Oh
vision.
no. So, what did everybody get? You said 21?
I still got to roll mine still.
Yeah, I got a
So
21.
What's my
die
stealth
roll
skill?
plus
21.
14. My die roll plus 14 for pass through the trace. That'll be a 28.
What did Plode get?
Arir rolled a 10, Plode rolled a 6. So 16, you said for Plode, 20 for Arir if we're adding if it's plus 10.
Okay.
I don't have any natural dexterity
Did
bonus.
anybody get
sorry.
below 15?
I got a 31.
Shut up.
I
Wait,
got a
no.
16.
Okay.
Jesus.
Anybody
Wait, how'd
No,
you
third
get
story,
a
32.
16? Did you roll like a 2? Oh yeah,
No.
I have disadvantage. Wait, no.
I do have
I did.
disadvantage.
Even like so with a 2, you
Yeah, the only way
Oh,
he'd
yeah,
fail
you
is
probably
with a
don't
natural
have-
1, basically. But anyway,
wouldn't have the extra bonus because
Because-
I have a point in
you
stealth.
guys are able to walk towards the Elven Archive slowly. And with caution, you guys make it to the door. And this door is locked. And it looks like it has like a it's like almost like a hatchway that you would see on a ship. It's got like the watertight hatch kind of lock on it. It's got like the spin lock. And it is currently in the locked position, so you can run it and try and open it.
Before anybody gets near it, I'm gonna check the shit out of that thing.
Okay.
Go for it.
traps, noisemakers, fucking just anything aside from.
Perception check, senor.
It's like,
Or investigation, either one if you want to use either. Perception or investigation. So.
Forgive me, I forgot how
That's
to.
23.
There is a magic. No, there is a magical trap on there, but there is a key, and it looks like you look and you see it. It looks like the skull would actually fit in the key slot.
Okay, so I'm gonna make my way to Cam and whisper to him that door's locked. Need to use the skull, otherwise a trap will trigger. And
See Cam kind of
whispering that
jump a little
exceedingly
when-
quiet. Yeah, sorry about that.
Invisible man, like, hey, I need the skull. And you're
Tyler's like, yeah, sorry about that.
It's like a really tense situation. Invisible Man decides to talk to you in your ear.
just whisper quietly in his ear. Soft, gentle tones.
God damn it. That's your.
That-
You know what? Do you want to do this? That's your job as a bard, honestly.
Zach has turned into Namira and is now whispering sweet, terrible things.
But yeah,
into his ear.
I've informed him that the skull needs to be used on the door. So
And
silent.
yeah, go ahead, Cam. You want to give him the skull?
I wasn't asking for it. I was just telling him that it needs to be used.
He ain't stupid enough to be near that door when it goes off.
All right, let's wake the dragon, and Cam's gonna go and put the skull in the door.
All right. And you turn it, and I think we'll leave it right there. I'm gonna cliffhanger it this week.
You
I'm
fucker.
gonna cliffhanger it. I'm gonna cliffhanger it.
Bitch.
We're gonna
More
do
like,
it.
see, Waller says he's gonna cliffhanger it. It's more like, shit, I don't have any content prepared for this next room.
No, I do. I actually do. I'm just cliffhangering it because it's a good place to stop, and it's
We
already
fucking
like
had
7 o'clock.
a massive time with the fucking dude in the cobalt, so.
Yes.